So we're gonna start YouTube. Let's see if it pops up. Hopefully the title updates. Okay, yeah, looks like YouTube is confirmed. The title seems messed up, so let me fix that. Edits. Yeah, it didn't update it for some reason. I don't know why. Save. Yep, don't know why it didn't update. Should probably figure that out later. But since it's not working, I'm just gonna fix one thing real quick. Usually it automatically updates the description, but it didn't this time, so I gotta do it. Okay, there we go. Alright, but looks like we're live on YouTube, I think. Yeah, it seems good. Alright, let me start the stream. So let me start off by saying, if you have any questions or you pop in the stream and like you're just wondering what's going on, feel free to like throw something in the chat. I'm here. If you just want to vibe and watch the stream, and lurk or whatever, however people call it, feel free to hang around, you know? But yeah, let me go ahead and start the stream. So what have I been doing? So I think based on the YouTube posting history, it's been a long time since I've streamed or like posted an official stream on YouTube. So I'm not even gonna attempt to like fully catch up what's been going on since that previous stream. I think the title of the last stream was Purge Static Variables from the Engine, and I think I did some sort of like what is it called? I did like these little like YouTube shorts that discuss that too. I'm gonna continue doing the shorts, by the way, but yeah, I've made a good amount of progress since then, but it's roughly in the same ballpark of what I'm doing. I'm still working on basically turning the engine, like changing the structure of the engine so that it uses modules now. So everything's in its own module, right? And purging the static data from the engine was a step to move towards modules. So still in the same realm. The recent part, let me look at like my recent commits. Maybe we can take a look. We'll come back to this updates page in a second. Here's my branches. Let's go to dev. I think that's most of my most recent commits have been merged into dev. So let's see what the titles are. Yeah, so creating an ECS, that's like all these commits is just me writing an ECS. Continue scripting refactor. That was a while ago, huh? Editor UI service? June 10. Oh yeah, I refactored the runtime UI module too. And yeah, I did some memory stuff. I think I did that stuff on stream. And Emblem did some commits, which is still amazing to me that someone decided to like contribute. Okay, so a lot of commits. Oh, does my... Hey, it still works good. I had to zoom in. So if I was going to summarize all this, I basically wrote my own little ECS, right? I can kind of give a tour of that for people that haven't seen the previous streams, or haven't just been like popping in. But yeah, I wrote my own little ECS. The reason I wrote my ECS, I have like a very particular reason why I did it. The Ent library that I was using, which is a great library, by the way. It uses compile time information for most of its functionality, and in order to like load in components into the ECS that are not known at compile time, it's a bit of a headache with Ent. It's doable, it's just a headache, right? So, and then the fact that I was doing this whole modularization thing, it kind of required me to like focus on the whole, what is the word? Having runtime definable components, right? Both for having like runtime definable components, like as the name sounds, right? You can define a component, create it, modify it, and then use it, right? But also for components that are compile time, but they're compile time in plugins that the editor is not aware of until you plug the plugin in. The plugin or module, whatever you want to call it, is the same thing. But we need runtime definable components for both of those scenarios. So yeah, because of that, that was my main reason for writing my own ECS. Also, it was just fun. It was a good time. I wrote like a whole diagram. There's a whole bunch of things I want to do with it, but in its basic, like base case, it works so far, right? I've integrated it with the engine. So yeah, if anyone has any questions about the ECS, let me know. I might look at the files really quick just so you can see like where I'm at with it. But otherwise, I did a few refactors of just like different modules in the engine. So basically just, you know, not really changing any of the functionality, just sort of spreading it out. And I can kind of show that in the code as well. That's about it. That's pretty much all I've been doing since last time. I'm not going to try and post all the commits that I've done since last time, because it's like, I don't even know how many. It's a lot of commits to go over, so I'm not doing that. But I'll just put a note that there was a lot done. And yeah. But moving forward, I'm going to try and start doing regular streams again every week. At least as like a recap of what I do. So I'll continue the normal thing that I do where I post all the commits that I've done in the recent week inside of in the description of the YouTube video, right? So it's easy to find. But yeah, let me go back to the updates page so we can look at what we're doing today. So again, the ECS is done. It is working. It's integrated into the engine. It works in a basic sense. I haven't tested it fully, but honestly, I don't really have tests for a lot of the stuff in the engine. It's kind of my bad. I do have plans for that, but I'll get into that later. Yeah, and I also merged the ECS and modules branches. So I think even in the recent YouTube video, I was working on a modules branch. And then later on, I added an ECS branch to write the ECS in, right? So I merged those. It took a lot of work, so I just wanted to mention it. Yeah, that brings us up to today. So I'm still kind of cleaning up the Scene.h, because the scene, you could imagine a scene would have components for the entities in the scene, right? And as it stands right now, the scene like has functions that like internally link into the ECS. And it's just annoying to deal with. I want it to be its own sort of module, like its own separate little like chunk of code, like just the ECS portion. And then the scene can just do scene things, right? And then I have a particular reason I'm doing that too, because of the data organization I plan on having for the whole engine. This is sort of a step to getting towards the new data organization, right? Maybe I can kind of show the diagram that I had for that actually. ECS design. Oh no, wait, I think it's engine architecture. I think that was the one. So this was the diagram that I was working on a while ago. I think I've shown this a few times on the YouTube videos, the previous ones. But the idea, so this is the data ownership diagram, and you have like the engine, right? And the engine owns a bunch of different like things, right? There is like an engine, it will exist, and the engine owns an application, right? And if you scroll down in the application, there is a section for scenes. I have a scene list. I don't know if I'm going to keep that. We'll see. And then you'll have 0 or more scenes, right? And then inside the scene, you'll have like a physics 2D world. You'll have like an AI context. You'll have like a particle generator list. And then you will have an entity component pool, but it will be its own little chunk, right? So, yeah, right now I'm trying to like take the entity component pools and kind of like corral all the functions and stuff into its own little chunk, right? So it's not like the scene owns the pools, but yeah, I don't know. Like just put it into its own section so the scene doesn't have so much responsibility. That's kind of the idea. Let's go back. So yeah, just cleaning up the Scene.h and also refactoring modules ECS internal. So that's basically just the ECS that I wrote. I want to clean it up because there's just too many different things handling too many different responsibilities. So I'm trying to like sort of clean that up and make things more succinct, I suppose is the word. But I don't know if I'm gonna get to that today. We'll see. But yeah, today should be a chill stream, kind of get back into it, just refactoring, so nothing too crazy. Let's go to the progress board. I haven't been here in a minute. It's very unfortunate. Write an ECS that addresses runtime issues. I think I've done that. And then integrate new ECS into engine and remove ent. Bye bye ent, I still love you. This is very true. Yeah. These are good. A new note I'm gonna say is refactor Scene.h and ECS implementation to what is the word? Reduce scope of each object of each struct / class. I guess that's the main focus of right now. Refactor module based architecture. There's still a ton to do here, honestly, so we'll get to that. Yeah, still tons to do. Tons to do. I was thinking as a next step, so I'm doing this whole ECS thing. I'm basically done with it. It's just some refactoring I have to do now. Let me fix up my thing. There we go. So I think the next step when working on this is I'm going to start working on assets. So let me make a new item. Modularize assets. We'll just call it modularize assets. That's good. And then modularize the editor UI. There's a lot more of these I need to do, but we'll get to it. But we're gonna put these on top. Actually, you know what? Let's edit this. I'm gonna call this done, actually. Kind of forgot how to... Oh, there we go. completed. I would say that's done. Okay, refactor, new ECS. Yeah, there we go. That's the first step. Then assets, where'd it go? I do not know what happened there, but okay. Refactor, new ECS. Oh, there's two of them. Okay. Yeah, delete. Yeah, no. Oh, okay. I got you. I'm just a little silly. Yeah, no. Let me check something really quick. I'll be right back. Give me like a minute. Okay. I was just checking my stream, making sure everything's good. Let me check my YouTube stream. Sometimes like you stream, but then like it's not live. Okay, no, it's good. All right. I'm just double checking. Okay, yeah, so yeah, we got the progress board. I think that's pretty accurate to what we're doing. Again, haven't made a ton of progress, like of like different things I'm doing, I guess. It's still all sort of lumped into the same thing. But we're chugging along, you know. Chugging along. I think that's it for what I wanted to do. Let me check my little like to-do list. Progress board, recap previous stream. That's been a while. I don't know if I could do that if I tried. Introduce current topic. Update progress board with current work to do. Okay, yeah. So let's go ahead and start. So yeah, let me show specifically what I'm doing. Where is this? Okay, let's go to the core. Go to the core. So if you go to the modules, right? Maybe I can zoom in over here. So the modules, we have ECS and ECS internal. I really didn't know what to name these. I think I asked somebody and they told me to do this. I think this is fine. I might do like lowercase with camel case at some point, since that's sort of the convention for C++, and I feel like it would look better anyways. But yeah, I made the decision that I did want to have separate modules for like similar topics. So say we have like ECS, ECS internal, like these are both obviously like ECS related, right? But they focus on sort of different aspects. Like the ECS is the front-facing ECS. That has more to do with like how my engine uses it. And ECS internal is like the actual underlying like data organization and the algorithms and yada yada yada, right? Everything that sets it up with the packed arrays versus the flat arrays versus archetypes, whatever you want to do, right? That all would be stored in here, right? While this is what you actually interact with, like front facing, right? So if we go to the ECS internal, we have the registry internal. I don't love the name, to be honest, but whatever. The registry internal has basically a bunch of functions for like registering components, adding components, removing components, getting views of components, deleting components, deleting entities from the ECS. Mostly just the entity and component parts of the ECS, right? The systems part, I'm gonna deal with separately. So maybe it shouldn't even be called ECS. I just chose ECS because I think people like colloquially know what ECS means. Or when they hear the term ECS, they're like, oh, that thing, right? I know what you're saying. But anyways, like internally, this stores like an entity registry and a component registry, right? And then like an allocator that you provide. I'm gonna start doing this for everything slowly. Yeah, an entity registry, it's exactly how it sounds. You register entities along with their signatures. So if you go down here, we have basically this sparse set, which lists all of the entities. We have this array of signatures. So this is basically all of the, a signature is basically like the list of components that are associated with a particular entity, right? So yeah, you might have a particular signature for whatever entity you decide, right? So that information is all stored here. And if we go back to the registry, you see we now have the component registry. This is just all of the components, right? So the component registry, if you go down to the actual data, it's a bunch of functions, bunch of functions. But if you scroll all the way down, I actually don't love these unordered maps, not gonna lie. We have component arrays. We have this component store pointer, right, which is an interface to different component stores that are like basically the memory is stored in the provided allocator, whatever your allocator is, right? Yeah, that's pretty much it. Everything else here is just sort of like bookkeeping on top of the component arrays, but this is the bread and butter. And if we go over to like the structure of this, you can see we have the component arrays section. And here we have like flat arrays or packed arrays. You can have like, currently you choose one or the other for the entire engine. But my eventual goal with this is that you're able to choose which one you want to use depending on the data type, right? And I want to provide some sort of UI or like visibility into like how your data is being organized, and then you can sort of surmise, or you can kind of make your own decisions on how you want to organize your data. And yeah, currently I have flat arrays and packed arrays. I want to add like an archetypes sort of deal too. And then again, I'll give you some options for choosing one or the other. But as of right now, just to keep things simple, I'm just we're just using flat arrays. That's like compile time, like what is the known value at the or the known type of array that we're working with, right? So keeps everything simple. And then if we go into the flat array at the bottom, we basically just have the actual like component buffer. We allocate it with whatever size is necessary. We have this like array to know like which entities are valid. Yeah, just a bit bookkeeping stuff basically. This component data is just like information about the component that it stores. And then you'll have like multiple of these flat arrays for different components, right? So yeah, that's basically the ECS. We also have this module section, which is just the basically the front-facing code for like registering this whole chunk into like one module. That all that bookkeeping is handled here, so don't worry about this. And then the views are like basically like lightweight objects that you can return from the ECS, where you can like iterate over them in a for loop, right? So if I wanted to iterate over a particular component type, I would use it. I would ask for like that view from the registry, and it would return the view back, and then you can iterate through it, right? And it would internally store like a span or a list of spans, or you know, something lightweight, right? Something you can return and then go from there. But definitely non-owning. I might add like a owning version to this as well for like reasons, but for now the views work fine. Other than that, we have that like component registry that you saw earlier, the entity registry. Those are part of the registry, like the internal registry. And then we have this custom component. This was previously called project component, but I just went with custom component because I like the name better. But this is basically just the like the API for setting up runtime components, right? So if you want to define a component for your particular game and you want to do it in the editor, this is the backend that's going to store it. And the idea is you're able to define these things, you're able to work with these things, right? And then once you're like done with it, when you're exporting the final like runtime game, this all basically gets like destroyed, and we basically just define a struct, like an actual like C++ struct somewhere using like metaprogramming, right? And then we just reference that instead of doing all of this hullabaloo, trying to like calculate alignments, calculate size, you know, trying to like do all this like bookkeeping stuff. But yeah, that's basically just runtime available components. You can modify however you like, right? Yeah, so that's the rundown of the ECS internal. If anyone has any questions, just throw me a question. Don't matter. But yeah, as it says, this is the internal functioning of it. This one, this ECS over here, is the front-facing version of it. And if we go to the registry, we can see that it's pretty minimal at the moment. And that's kind of bad because, how do I say? This is supposed to be a wrapper on top of the other registry, and it's supposed to add on a little bit extra functionality with this UUID situation. Because now we can like uniquely identify an entity, even if it's stored in various scenes or various components, right? So we add that functionality to this registry with this map, and we store it right here, right? The problem right now is that different areas in the engine just directly reference the ECS internal, which is not what I want to do, right? So I'm trying to wrap a lot of the stuff into this registry, and then this registry you can just put it somewhere, right? Where put it in a scene, you can put it wherever you need entities and components, right? Namely scenes, right? So yeah, I was in the middle of like moving some of the functionality. One place where we have a lot of the functionality is in the scenes, which is, I don't love that. And I think we're getting back to the goals of today, is to refactor the Scene.h to remove the ECS functions. So if you go to the scene, we can see we have a registry. I call it entity registry for some reason. I don't know. I think I might call it registry later. We'll see. And you can see that we have a bunch of these functions that really just pertain to the registry itself, but we have a wrapper from the scene's perspective, and I don't like that. So instead, my goal is just to expose the registry itself and then give it like a strong API so you can go ahead and just like, oh, I'm gonna get the scene, let me get its component registry. You get its component registry, I'm gonna look for an entity with this UUID, or I'm gonna create an entity, or I'm gonna duplicate an entity, or I'm gonna do whatever, you know? And then we're gonna do this from the registry, not directly from the scene. So scene is taking on too much responsibility. So yeah, I think that's where I am at. So let's start coding. I'm gonna keep talking about what I'm doing, but yeah, we're start getting some work done. That was my recap portion of the stream. Thanks for anyone listening. I'll put timestamps on everything when I post the stream officially on YouTube, so if anyone wants to look through, they can. But yeah, all right, let's start moving these. I think right now it doesn't compile because I was moving something and then I forgot what I was doing. So let's deal with that. The coffee is nice. Coffee is nice. If I recall correctly, there was some like register components functions like right here, and I believe I just moved them into the registry itself, right? So I should get some errors. Oh wait, actually I can't build this. I forgot. I gotta do something really quick. Because I was working on my laptop, so I gotta rebuild it. All right, let us see. So my general goal is to just get rid of all this. This stuff right here, this is garbage, but I have particular plans for these, so we'll see. Yeah, because this transform get translation. Yeah, I might need to think about these. So these, basically, the only time we ever use these functions is in a scripting context, right? And eventually what I want is to basically expose this in its own little like section in each module. Like we'll have like a exported script binding section, or not script binder, like exposed functions. I don't know. I still can't agree on a name for that, but they're basically just like predefined locations where I'm going to expose it from the module's perspective, and then those functions can be called right by the scripts. It's the whole idea. Okay, what is going on here? Return. Oh, this, I guess, okay. Oh, I didn't know that was an issue. Register component. I guess I should know if it fails. That's probably good information to have, yeah. I think the AI put no discard on here because I do that sometimes. I don't know if I care. Whatever. False. Does this propagate like a boolean? This does. Okay, so let's do return this. And then clear, yeah. Just returns whether it was successful or not. Get component count. Yeah, it's 0 in that case. I could probably do like an optional for this, but honestly, don't really care right now. All right, let's run it again. Oh yeah, it's popping up with a lot of warnings. I will deal with these warnings. It's just right now I don't have the mental bandwidth to get through all of them. So they're all basically the exact same warning. It's just I keep using no discard everywhere. Some of them are like integer conversion stuff, so I need to deal with that. But 99% of them are just no discard over and over again. So I'll deal with that later. All right, let's run it again. Do 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 do. Let me stand up. Yeah, I'm gonna stand up. I'm gonna mute for a second. I'll be right back. Okay, I am seeing a lot of errors. That's, I mean, that was to be expected. I don't know what I was gonna say there. Let's see. To be expected. So, what's up with this STD, size T? It's just size T, because I used to do that. All right, scene ref, and then we're gonna do, what is it? ECS registry? Reference. There we go. And then we're going to say registry. And there we go. Registry. There we go. Oh wait, I'm gonna be right back. All right, I am back. I had to answer a call real quick. Let's deal with some errors. Errors. Gotta love them. Got to love them. What's wrong with this? Registry? Because it's supposed to be M registry. Also, I don't love this name entity registry, so I'm gonna change that name. Oh yeah, I never added a I was gonna do that, but then I forgot to. I just remembered. Yeah, and I put a little note here too. Replace this mechanism with a module reflection system. Yeah, so gotta do that. All right, one thing at a time. One thing at a time. So register all components, tag components. So we need a function that registers. Well, we need is component registered. I think both of those would probably be useful. Yeah. Yeah, we'll get it. Where am I trying to go? ECS. Component. Okay, so handle templated components. So we're gonna do a template. Type name T component type. Was this a boolean? What the hell's all this? It's okay. We don't need to do the whole thing. So it's all good. It's all good. We're just gonna pass it along. So AI is trying to do everything all at once. Register component. Yeah, there you go. And you just return it. Easy money. Easy money. This one does extra stuff because it has to like query the component type and then check the size and yada yada yada. Yeah, I don't care in this context. And actually that like the whole component not being able to be 0, that was sort of an arbitrary thing because of the way that the ent system worked. I don't think I had that limitation with my ECS, so I might clean that up. But let's get everything corralled into one spot, and then I can start fixing things. Okay, so we're gonna unregister. Unregister. Is there an unregister component? Is the thing? Oh. Is it called clear component store? I don't think so. Okay, I guess we don't have an equivalent for the types. That's fine. I haven't had a reason to do that, I guess. We'll come back to that. It's fine. To be honest, I think we're good with just these for now. We'll add them as we need them, you know? No need to give myself extra work when it's not really necessary. I think here, does this do some checking? I don't know. I believe this does some checking. Yeah, I think it does some checking already in here, so I think we're good. And it'll return if it fails or not. So let's go ahead and replace these. So we'll say, there's no need to do this, just do m entity registry. Register component. There we go. Could probably do a regex, but not gonna bother. This point still stands. Let's do the transform. Transform components. There we go. ID components. Scripting. On updates components. Yeah, the stream is quiet. Kind of reminds me of when I first started streaming, and I was like, yeah, it was pretty quiet the whole stream. Some people would come in, but yeah, I guess it's just not the time that the normal people usually pop in. Yeah, a little sad, but it's alright. Wait, camera. I'm chillin' coding, you know. Yeah, maybe I can do some like later in the day streams at some point. Probably not like these where I'm doing the whole like recording it and whatever, but maybe just some like random streams I could do. That would be nice. Box collider 2D, circle collider 2D. Physics 2D, circle collider, there we go. Alright, so more and more compiler errors. Particle emitter. Could probably just call it emitter component. But we will come back to that. It's all good. AI state component. Oh yeah, and I can have versions of these like modules too. That makes sense. Load in core components and load in custom components. So yeah, exactly as this comment says, once I properly get the whole like registering in components thing working, this won't be a thing. We'll have like probably just one function that says, hey, register all like known components from the modules, and then we'll get all those basically. And then this will probably be exactly the same, get all the custom components, but that's fine. All right, let's keep it pushing. I'm gonna get some water. I will be right back. Coffee. Hey, wow. Nice. That's what's up. Is this the old version of Pong, or is this the new one? I think this is the old one. Hold on. Also, am I running the... Oh wait, I was running the runtime. Hold up. Let's see the editor errors. Yeah, hopefully I can get most of the scene refactored today. That would be nice. Oh, minus 1212 or 1212. I don't know which one to go with, but yo, what's good? How's it going, man? Or ma'am, I guess I shouldn't assume. How are you doing? I'm just waiting for it to compile, so chilling. What are you making? So it's a game engine, right? I feel like there's a good amount of streamers doing game engines nowadays, huh? I haven't seen them, but yeah, right now I'm kind of doing some refactoring. But hopefully I can show you the engine once it compiles. What is up with all these? Hold on, I have like a million notice card functions, or notice card like setup functions that it throws up like a million warnings. I need to deal with those. I just haven't bothered. But yeah, it's like a C++ engine. It's mostly 2D at the moment. I have plans for 3D. A lot of the like actual functioning of the engine assumes 3D, like 3D vectors and whatever. But the games I'm trying to make right now are just 2D, so that's why I'm like focused on those. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. But yeah, I'll show it once it compiles. Just got to go through a few errors. Do you work on any projects or anything that's like adjacent? I just ask because I have a few people that come in to stream and they work on like similar stuff. Register, yeah, no, we're not doing this. Let's do, I think it's ECS registry. Just call it registry. Registry, AI. What is it? I don't know. Editor scene. Entity registry. And then we're gonna do registry and then dot. There we go. Okay. And I'm gonna copy this around. And we will fix some stuff. I wanted to make a game engine a while ago, but now I'm trying to make a platformer. Oh, okay. So are you using like an existing engine or like a framework or something? Minus? Yeah, the engine grind is it is a grind. Yo, sensation, what's good? How you doing, sensation? I don't know. Yeah, let me go find out what you're saying. I gotta learn. I think I tried to learn like, what is it? Katakana and hiragana at some point, but whatchamacallit, that was a while ago. Japanese to English. I am that scientist. It's so cool. Yeah, let's go. I don't know if it's You know what? Okay, I don't care. I don't care. I am mad scientist. It's so cool. I messed it up. I don't know. Let's go Steins Gate. Steins Gate. Steins Gate. Oh, is that what he says? Is that what he says in the thing? I remember. Wasn't that was that scene with the It was with the black guy, right? He was like trying to talk to him or something. Okabe. I forgot which scene. I forgot which scene that was. Oh, also, minus 12. So how, I'm gonna call you Minus for short. So like, how's the progress with the platformer? Like, what you've been working on? Can I see the game engine? Yeah. Let me think. Let me think. Wait, was it compiling earlier? I think I could do that thing where like, if it was building prior, I can run it, you know? So we'll let this fail, and then I'll run the last like successful build. I'm gonna look up that scene. Hold up, sensation. Let me see. I am mad scientist. It's so cool. Son of a bitch. Oh yeah. No, yeah, he was talking to the yeah. Okay, I remember now. There were build errors, but they continue with the last, yeah. Alright, so I don't know if this version is stable. I don't remember what I was doing, but yeah, I'll go ahead and show you. So here's the launcher. Right now I just have Pong as like a project. I don't remember if I have to pull Pong. Let me see. It might not work. We'll see. Because I made some changes on my laptop, and I don't know if I pushed those changes or pulled them or whatever. I guess it works. All right. So this is the editor, right? We can kind of hop around a little bit, right? Again, right now it's mainly 2D sprites that I'm working with. There's a little like particle system you can kind of see, right? These things can be in 3D, so I could change it to what is it called? Like a 3D sprite, whatever, or 3D model. There we go. That's what I meant. Let me see if I can find the shape component. There it is. I do want to add static meshes at some point. What is that? It's supposed to show like a portion of it on each corner, but it's kind of weird. I don't know. I feel like just trust me, you know, it kind of works. But anyways, yeah, this is the main editor. It is in 3D, but the whatchamacallit, yeah, the stuff I'm working on is still 2D at the moment, you know. Oh, yo, Blonder, yo, what's good? Yo, how's it going? How's the progress been? I know you were working on some stuff last time I saw you, yeah? I'm just giving like minus the I guess the engine, showing him the engine, you know? So to go through like the current features, you know how it be. But yeah, how's it going for you? Let me try to think of what other features I want to show you. Minus. So I have my own like scripting language. I usually show this. So it has like linting and everything, so you can like autocomplete. We have like the different like particle service. You can like add a certain emitter with a certain. You can do like particle or like emitters, I think. and then you have all these different emitters. You can like add an emitter to something or whatever. You do like audio service. You can like play some music or play a sound, right? I'm not convinced by the name audio service. That's just what I named them before. I'm probably going to change it. But yeah, it has linting. You can kind of like see the errors pop up and everything. And it basically compiles directly to C++. So if I go to this test script right here, I can basically like quote unquote compile it. I just do this for testing. So it's going to compile this script. And then in the console, you can see this is the compiled version of it. So this is the C++. So I think a few people have said like, this sounds like just a giant macro of like your language to C++, and it basically is, right? But I wrote it so that I can pass in these direct identifiers, and I can kind of get optimizations out of like naming the things directly instead of having to do some like string operations later or add like macros to C++ to my C++ code to like make those work or something, you know? So yeah, that's my language. Let's see. My Vulkan renderer is almost finished for sure. Oh, let's go, dude. Let's go. Unrelated, but I also returned for a bit into my Minecraft clone, and I'm working on multi-threading rule generation. Also done vertex pooling. Oh, what is vertex pooling? Vertex pooling. That sounds cool. Oh yeah, but minus. There's also again like a particle system editor. There's like a UI editor in the engine. I have my own custom ECS that I've been working on for the engine recently. So that one I just finished most of the functionality. Yeah, that's basically it. If you have any questions, like let me know. But yeah, vertex pooling. Oh, for voxels. Vertex pooling is compressing vertex data into a small amount of bytes as possible. Currently, I'm able to fit the data of a chunk's vertex into 4 bytes. Oh, okay. To fit the data of the chunk's vertex into just 4 bytes. Oh, and they got all the voxels here too, for sure. Also some data. A vertex pool. Oh, he calls it that. Okay. I wonder if this is the same thing as what you're talking about. Because he says, I call it this. I'm like, I don't know. But I get what you're saying though, Blonder. You're compressing the data, right? Also, multi-threading is a pain. Yeah, especially like trying. I mean, I can't speak to it. I've never made a voxel engine, so I'm gonna trust you. But from all the videos I've seen of people working on like voxel engines, yeah, it is pretty intense trying to get it to like decent performance, especially if you want to have a lot on the screen. I think what's his name? This other guy who works on like he's working on like a Minecraft clone, and he's networking it, like he's working on like multiplayer for it. Yeah, he says the whole networking it is very much a pain. I don't remember the details though. What is his name? He's on YouTube. Let me see if I can find him. Pixel Architect. No. What is his name? I think it's low. Is it low level dev? I think his name is low level dev. Level dev. Is that his name? Okay, yeah. Okay, you know who I'm talking about. Yeah, this guy. Yeah, he was working on networking. Yeah. I go by lots of names. Oh, does he do like a similar thing? My internet, it died. I also learned that how to use bitwise operators. They are very OP. Oh yeah, bitwise operators are fun as hell. The only thing is I feel like every time after I use bitwise operators to like re-understand the algorithm, I have to like sit down and start messing with bits. You know what I mean? To like understand it again. That's always like my crux whenever I work on them. Maybe it's like a skill issue though. Oh, maybe multiplayer. Okay, I can't show it on stream, but I'm gonna post the video on YouTube. But I'll take a look. Let me see. I don't think he's gonna DMCA, but I just don't take a risk, you know. How I made multiplayer Distant Horizons work in my game. Yo, sick. Yeah, he has his like local client working, multiple instances. Oh, he wanted a bigger like map extent, so he made his own game instead of like adding it to Minecraft. Okay. Did you use any of these as inspiration for your thing, or was it more like entertainment for you? Blonder. Okay, he's talking about doing LODs. He's bouncer. I remember I used to use like I think it was it MC Edit or something, but I used to use like this like map creator in Minecraft a long time ago. His map reminds me of that. I can't see the chat right now. I'm just watching the video real quick, but I'm just gonna loop through it real quick. I'm gonna save this one for later though. Is doing through TCP and he wants to do UDP instead. I feel that. UDP overall. Dang. $65 million blocks being updated. Yeah, that's fair. Oh, he's sending chunk data instead of chunk notifications instead of block notifications. Yeah, I feel that. This is epic disease breast. Yeah, I'm gonna subscribe. I'm gonna check through his videos later. He also used Vulkan for the Minecraft clone. See, I watched his first video about when he made Minecraft, and that made me want to make my own clone with LODs and very optimized. I got you. Let's just say I haven't added LODs, and I'm struggling with optimizing. Hence, I started moving to multi-threading and vertex pooling. So, some more in the future. Oh, I got you. Sure. Well, yeah. I mean, one thing at a time, right? One thing at a time. multi-threading is its own beast, so you gotta get the wins like progressively, right? Have you posted any videos on your like recent progress, Blonder? How do I? Trying to find my. Where did it go? No, I still haven't posted anything. There's a lot to do. I want to post a progress video of switching between graphics APIs. Yeah, I mean that's a pretty big change. So yeah, that's fair enough. Yeah. Again, it's good you are like almost done with the Vulkan change. It's a lot of work to get in. Let me see. Yeah, I might run into this at some point too. I don't know. Right now, I feel like I'm kind of staring at like an endless sea of issues to deal with. So, or not issues. My stuff right now is just a lot of refactoring at the moment. So, hopefully, I'll get to the point where things are coming together, right? But my stuff is more just like engine architecture stuff right now. So, registry. Register components. Oh no, it's register custom components. Events dot get asset ID. There we go. And then unregister. Let's do that. Is it the current scene? I want to make sure I don't add like a random error just for fun, you know? That's not cool. Now I can switch between OpenGL and Vulkan. Later I will add DirectX 12. Oh, okay. Okay. I got you. Do you want DirectX 12 for like Windows, or are you like gonna try and target like consoles later on? Oh yeah, I mean, same for me. I'm not I'm like the games that I have in my head are mostly like console. No, not console. Sorry. I'm don't mind my like all over the placeness too. I worked like a shift earlier and I came back, so it's my end of the day, you know. What was it talking about? Yeah, like the games that I imagine making are desktop games. That's what I was trying to say. There we go. I don't know what I'm doing here, but I suppose it's working. I suppose it's working. Oh, yeah. Duh. Let's push that up. And we added a random character. Alright, let's see. But yeah, Blonder, whenever you post that video on Vulkan, I'll take a look, because I I do want to get Vulkan working at some point too. Just haven't gotten to it. It always sounds like a daunting task. So maybe that's why I kind of push it back. I'm like, eh. It's cool. It's cool you have OpenGL and Vulkan working in the same context. It's a lot of like management to do, or like yeah, I guess management's the best word for me. I have worked on the Vulkan renderer for like a few weeks, and I have started going a little bit insane as well. What was making you go insane? Is it just the boilerplate code? Is it just trying to integrate it, or like what's the part that gave you the most like grief out of it? I had a dream about a new graphics API that is even lower level than Vulkan called Volcine. Did I say that right? Volcine. How do you go lower level? Are you like... Well, actually, I don't even know how low level Vulkan is, to be honest. I know OpenGL is that's not very low level, to be honest. They do a lot of stuff for you there. Or the hardware people do. Those OpenGL is just a specification, right? In my dream, Volcine was just higher level GPU assembly. You had to reinvent GPU architecture since you didn't get command buffers or anything else. Dang, so you have to like rewrite the GPU based on... I mean, I guess that's closer to the hardware though. That's pretty cool. Yeah, actually, GPU assembly. That's like the best name for it. I feel it. Are you gonna do it, Blonder? Are you gonna go for it? GPU assembly? I don't even know where I would start with that. Sounds intense. Where is scenes? Okay. Yeah, there we go. This is what a few weeks of Vulkan boilerplate does to a person. The boilerplate is making them go mad. I don't know if the wait, did you use like tutorials, or did you just look at like the Vulkan spec and like go from there? Or like all of the above? Okay, I want to start moving this stuff out. So create entity with UUID. You take in a UUID and a name. I think I'm gonna turn this into a string view, honestly. I use Vulkan tutorial as my documentation. I think I have that one in my saves, I think. Let me check. Rendering. DirectX. Do I not? I thought I did. Or maybe it's down here or something. Oh, well, there's Vulkan documentation. I gotta sort my random ones. I haven't bothered in a while. Oh, there we go. Yeah, no, I do have it. I just haven't sorted it. I think it's probably you who like told me about it too. I don't remember. But yeah, I'll definitely take a look at those. Also, think of getting a book about Vulkan for documentation on newer and more advanced features. Yeah, I heard they added some like pretty cool stuff recently. I don't know what it was, but I remember some people came into the chat like talking about it. But me, I'm like, was that meme with the guy with the hands up? Like, I don't know. It's the old guy. Yeah, I have no clue. This event thing is killing me. I need to like, I think once I get my new organization of the engine, the event system will make a lot more sense. Make a lot more sense. Right now it's sort of just like a global thing, which is horrible. I guess I won't mess with it though. Add components, add components. Okay, well, first thing first, right? Let's take in a string view. Let's stop with all these std string view. Name is equal to an empty string. And then we have two of them for some reason. Is that valid? Can we have this? Yeah. std string view. If I can get away with the string view, I will. And then we have mtag. Yeah, we can assign a string view to this because it's a internally it's just a fixed size buffer or a fixed buffer string with 32 bytes. The next thing I'm wondering is create entity with UUID. And you can give it a name. I don't know if I like this function, period. Let me see. All frame just no sprites. Oh wait, minus. Are you still here? I think you were here a while ago. I don't know if you're lurking or whatever, but wait, on the platform I've got all the framework, just no sprites. Fill it. Yeah, I think I missed that message a while ago. My bad. But yeah, he's probably doing his thing. Let's see. Okay, this destructor doesn't do anything, so previously did some heap stuff. Let's set this equal to default. And honestly, I don't even really want the scene doing all this work in the constructor anyways. I want like a proper init function. We'll come back to it, I guess. Duplicate entity. That's pretty useful, I'm not gonna lie. Entity get name. Copy name because we're going to modify the component data structure. Oh yeah, it would have this. It would have the same name. Yeah, it's just everything else is basically a copy. And then we have create entity, which creates an entity. Do I want to specify? Just wondering if I want to unify this API or something. Or if I just want to move it and say F it. I'm kind of leaning on just F it. Don't clean it up, just throw it over. Also, this should just be a string view as well. String view. And we'll just put a string literal. std string view. All right, pass it along. We're good. Oh, and this generates a random UUID, which I just realized doesn't work anymore. So it was not fun. Let's do. Is it utility? No, I think it's just. Wait, UUID. I think it was random UUID service, which I don't love that name, but whatever. I think I just made it because I was trying to get rid of having implicit static stuff everywhere. So it'll generate a UUID here. Everything doesn't need to be a service, man. Let's see. Create entity with UUID. Yeah, okay. I guess I'll just move this, so that's fine. We'll take these two. And let's move them over to the registry. And we'll call this... Come on, AI, you got this. Come on, AI, you got this. Okay. Damn it, AI. Come on. I believe in you. Yeah, okay. That's kind of what I was going to say. Come on. You can do it. Whatever. So create entity with UUID. Will you autocomplete? Question mark. Yeah, I don't know if it will. I am so excited to finally go back to working on engine features themselves rather than being stuck writing a Vulkan boilerplate. Oh no, yeah, dude, I feel that, like, working on a system for so long and then you kind of forget like what you're doing. What you're doing. You're like, what is this maze that I've trapped myself in for like 2 months? You come out, you're like, oh yeah, there's more stuff. I also wanted to start working on text rendering and continuing more on the widget system. Oh yeah, I feel that. Oh, get your widgets going, man. Is that for like the runtime UI of the games, or is that like for editor stuff? Like what's that gonna be for? Also, why won't this autocomplete? It's kind of annoying me. This is just entity, by the way. We will add this right here, I guess. That works. So, can I do it? Let's see. Wait, it doesn't know what an entity is? Oh no. Oh, it doesn't know because, yeah, it would be a circular include. Damn. That would be a circular include. Because this definitely uses the registry. Although I think it's just a pointer, so I could leave this as an opaque type. And maybe do a, but this uses a template though. I mean, this uses, yeah, so this needs to be in the header. One thing about templates, man. Yeah. It is what it is. At the moment, I didn't make the UI manager delete the widgets, so when you press stop, play in game widget still stays on the screen. Oh, like it won't, yeah, it won't clear it. Also, I'm talking about game UI, editor UI is just I'm GUI, but in-game UI uses the engine's RHI itself. I feel you. I feel you, yeah. Yeah, I mean, the whole like going between states when you're like playing and stopping the game, I feel that so much. I went through so much headache with that stuff. I think I still have some bugs related to that. I haven't like checked out fully. I need to get on that. Create entity. Do I want to define? Okay. Wait. I'm trying to think of what I want to do with this. Like, do I want the registry to return an entity? Does this even know what an entity is? Oh yeah, it's kind of tough, yeah. I don't know. By the way, I still don't have a runtime game. I want to start working on user coding and also potentially start making the runtime game as well. I don't have a runtime game. I want to start working on user coding and also start making the runtime game. Oh, for sure, for sure. Yeah. I feel like the runtime game is like so simple. Like when you like there's a lot that goes into it, but I think my runtime app is like so small. Yeah, like I think the header is like 100 lines and the it is, mine is a little bloated with some things I don't think needs to be here, but it's like 700 lines, which like relatively speaking is pretty light. Yeah, it's way simpler. Yeah. And you kind of decide like what goes in there, right? And honestly here, arguably a lot of this shouldn't even be here. Like it really should just depend on like what features are relevant for your particular game, right? That's like a whole other argument, I guess. But no, I feel like you'll knock it out like super fast. I believe. I mean, you went through all the Vulkan boilerplate, like, you good? That stuff's intense. I also need to make the editor optimize assets for the runtime game. Namely, like, are you doing like serialization? Or are you talking about like compressing like textures and audio, or just like all the above? I've been looking at doing like a binary format for like my text serialization, or for like my text-based assets, right? I think What's Up has been doing a lot with serialization recently. I don't know if you've seen him in the chat, but he's like on another plane with that right now. He's doing the thing. I have a few things I want to do with serialization, but yeah, in time, I think I'm going to handle that pretty soon in my engine. Actually, I'm going to start working on that because all I have right now is YAML, That's it. And arguably, I kind of want to switch it to JSON. I don't know. It's kind of up in the air. Do I want to... But yeah, it sounds like you have a few things to get into. A few more like visual things, I guess. Like you see the change, yeah. Yeah, the one thing I feel like that really sucks is like when you work on a system for so long and it's just a background system, and then you finish it and you know you did all this work, and then you're like, cool, you know, but nothing changed. Like visually, you're like, okay, what did I do again? That's how I feel. That's how I feel with the ECS. I'm still trying to think of like how I want to handle this, because this is kind of weird. I don't know. Or if they have that. I want to switch to a custom format for the levels. At the moment, I save levels in JSON. I want to have a custom binary format. Right. Like have your JSON. Well, I don't know about for you, but for me, is either YAML or JSON. I'll see how I feel if I want to change it. Yeah, and then like a custom binary format. And I think for serialization, there's so much stuff you have to worry about. Like if you're going to do networking, you might want to worry about like bit packing when sending the data over the network. There's like little endianness versus big endianness. If you're serializing like direct data, you got to be careful about like, what is it called? Alignment. There's a few other considerations, but it's just stuff that like bites you in the butt if you don't think about. I guess most desktops nowadays are a little Indian, so it's probably fine, but it'd be nice to support both. Still kind of contemplating this. I don't know. Create entity. So this returns like a whole entity, is what I'm getting. Yeah, the entity isn't like a lightweight type or anything. It's kind of heavy, so I gotta be careful. Yeah. I mean, the data of it's lightweight, but the functionality is kind of intense for some reason. What are some solutions? Let me think. What are some solutions to this? So if I could keep the circuit, I could do a forward declaration. But that means if I return any of them, they have to be pointers. I can't return an actual type. I could forward declare the registry, but then I can't actually do anything. And since I have the templated functions, I have to do them in the header. There's no getting around that. I don't know. I'm trying to wrap my head around multi-threading through my Minecraft clone. But when I will understand it, it will be very overpowered for my game engine as well. No, yeah, like move it over. Yeah. No, I feel it. I think I was talking with a few people about like job systems and like setting up default, like, yeah, basically just job systems. I think they've been using, some of the people that come in the chat have been using coroutines for a lot of their jobs and splitting them up depending on what you're doing. Some of them also do like an entity versus system split, where they have like entities or like kind of like objects or like classes, and then those classes, I'm probably not explaining that right. I don't know. Maybe I can link the video that can explain it better. But it's basically they have like a DAG, like a directed graph, right, for the systems that need to like work, and you can like split up functionality into different like cores or whatever, you know, multi-threading, right? And then behind that you have like the on update on whatever events for each individual like entity or like object. So you process those first all in parallel, and then you do your DAG for all of your systems, right, as two separate steps. I think it was some guy from like Valve who was working on his own engine, and that's how he made his. It's a pretty cool idea, but I'm not super tied to the whole like OOP feel of it, so I don't know. But yeah, I don't know, I think I went on like a tangent on that. There's a bunch of ways to go about that though. I think the furthest I've gone with multi-threading, I have like server network threads and like a few like audio threads and stuff like that. And I just submit jobs between the threads and try to make sure they don't step on each other's toes. But those are like persistent threads. They're not like job threads. So this is a bit different type of threading in that case. I don't know what to do here. Should I just return the internal entity? Okay, wait. Let me look at the. Let me look at this registry thing. Or not the registry. Let me look at the entity. Okay. So this doesn't need to be here. I mean, okay, I think it's this one that's gonna have the issues. If I try and do the whole circular include thing. I don't know, man. Well, I'm going to bed. I'm very tired. Also unrelated, but tomorrow's my. Oh, it's not. It's not unrelated. It's your birthday, man, for sure. That's super relevant. Happy birthday, man. Hope you have a good cake day. Yeah, get your rest. I'm a stream random, so like if you want to like hop in, whatever. I'm gonna start streaming every Friday at this time. But that's up to you. So if you want to pop in or whatever. But thanks for coming by though. Like I really appreciate it. For sure. See you, man. Hope you have a good sleep. Joe rest. I need to do that. I need to do that too soon. Cake day. Cake day. Let's go. What is going on with this? I don't know. Do I want the entity? Create entity. Create entity. And then pointer to itself, and that circular. Like I have like at least like two solutions in my head, but I hate both of them. So I'm trying to find something that like I like. Like I could split it up so the responsibility is on like a third class. Like I could split up the registry into two parts and then it would work, or I could split up the entity into two parts and it would work, I think too. But I just don't like it. I could also make the entity like its own struct and then define it higher as like a different thing. And then wrap that struct into like another class to be the like entity management thing, but that just sounds messy too. I could also just return like an internal entity ID as well. But I don't know, like if you're doing that, you might as well just return the whole entity. So I don't know. Yeah, the entity uses and the template ones require that we know what the functions are. Let me look at the entity again, real quick. Also, this is messy as hell. No, it needs to know both of them. Yeah, I'm a bit stumped, not gonna lie. Give me a sec, I'm just gonna bring the table down. Alright, the table is down. Okay. Yeah, if we have a template function. Add or replace component. Yeah, I'm gonna take a quick stretching break. Let's see. Get UUID. Creates entity. It's a UUID to entity ID map. Entity management. I have no clue. Add component, huh? No, but we need to. I was thinking to myself, right? I was like, maybe I could turn this into just a regular function, but either way, I need to forward these arguments, so that's not gonna work. The whole point is for the arguments to get forwarded to the end so that it can be constructed in place. So that's not gonna work. I can't just detemplate this one, even though I really, really want to. Yeah, I guess I'm really almost at the point where I'm just going to basically just gut this thing. Just like remove most of the functionality and then just place it into the registry. I guess that's what I'm going to do. I could make like an entity manager class, but I hate that name. And also it doesn't really, I don't know, I don't like that. That's just confusing to me. I feel like it's better if we just have like an entity and then you can just like, you just have to reference its internal registry. But dang, I'm not gonna lie, I do really like having just like an entity add component. That just makes too much sense. So the only other way is for this to not have this. I could also return a pointer. But in that case, if I do return a pointer, then how is this being allocated? I'd rather just return a copy. Because it's such a lightweight object anyway. It's like, yeah, where would we store that? That makes no sense. Yeah, I apologize if the content of the stream is kind of boring right now. I'm just, I don't know. My brain is cannot comprehend a solution to this. It really cannot. Do I want a pointer? I want a pointer. Create entity with you. Want to return entity. What is defined in both? Want to return an entity, but they use each other's definitions. Turning a point to return entity makes no sense. Okay, I think I've conceded. I have conceded a solution. I don't love it, but it is what it is. It's a T ID. All right, there we go. ECS internal entity ID. There we go. And this is definitely a thing. And you should definitely know what this is. Yeah. And you can basically just create an entity whenever you want from this. Again, not the cleanest thing ever, but it is what it is. We'll have to refactor a little bit. To get that to work, but yeah. All right, let's go ahead and make these. So we're gonna go here. I'm gonna do ECS internal. Okay, I'm so glad I'm coding again because I was like, what am I doing? ECS internal entity ID. All right. Yeah, let's go ahead and copy the functions in. So where's the scene? So easy as that. All right, and then this one is going to be delete this. Scene with UUID. Oh yeah, so this one. So let's take this, remove it, and put it here. Okay, and here we can include hash include. Actually, do I need this? Create entity with UUID. I really wish I could just return an entity here. I really wish. Okay, you know, I'm gonna ask the AI. Maybe, I don't think it's gonna give me a good solution. I don't know if there really is a good solution to this, but whatever. Hey, I want to return an entity from the two functions in the registry class. However, some of the functionality in the entity class is templated, requiring the function definitions be defined in the header file. The two classes. Any ideas? So there's that one, and then there's the entity. The entity has template methods which can be defined in the header, but that doesn't prevent you from returning entities. So template, function definitions, but entity is just a regular class, so you can return normally. What do you mean? Looks like this. Its methods are by value is fine since it's just a small wrapper. Still need to stay in header. Wait, so is the AI gaslighting me, or does that work? Wait, no way, does that work? Hold on. I feel like I'm being gaslit because I feel like this doesn't work. But I'll try it, sure. We'll say, is it class or class entity? Okay, can I just return an entity? Yeah, does that work? And then we just need to define it. And then here, of course we need it because we need to use it. So we'll say modules ECS entity, right? There's no M registry. We just do create entity. Okay, we just returned the this pointer. This can only be used in, may only be used inside a non-static member function. Is this non-static? Oh, right, yeah. Registry. Okay, yeah, it's valid. Entity map, is that what it's called? Yep, okay. We don't know what this is, but we can certainly find out. Modules, events. Which event is this? Manage entity. I'm pretty sure that's a scene event. Wow, it feels very icky to do that. Very, very icky. Entity.get UUID. No instance of constructor matches the argument list. UUID, ECS registry. Oh, you need the scene, yeah, for this. Yeah, you do the scene. Oh yeah, that's a interesting complication. Is that we need the scene pointer. Did not anticipate that. Although, one thing I could do is just go to the manage entity thing, whatever, and just say ECS registry. ECS registry. Get registry reference. Registry. We'll see how much we're breaking with this. Registry. 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 Okay. The ECS class registry. Okay, we'll see how much that breaks things. Okay, but that should work, I think. Most of the functionality should still work in this case, I think. Okay, let's go to the scene and remove that now. Did I remove it? Yeah, we don't need this anymore. Create entity. That's an easy fix. It's just no, stop. Entity registry. Yeah, there we go. Oh yeah, so that's just gonna be a reference to entity registry. And same thing here. New scene.get, so it's new scene entity registry. Reference to that. There you go. Alright, we'll watch all the errors come in and see how we can handle them. Create, yes, it is not. So we're going to do new scene entity registry dot at. Oh, yeah. Build, cancel, rebuild. Let's see. Get scene reference. Active scene entity registry. Registry reference. Okay, so there is no equality operator for that. That's an easy fix. Yeah, no, I got you. That's an easy fix. Let's see. What's wrong with this? Oh. Let's go to entity and find the equality and not equals. Other registry. Okay, let's see what the AI says. Yeah, okay. Yeah, that's fair enough. Registry. Just saying, like, are they the same pointer? It's fair enough. What's wrong with this? Explicit type is missing. What are you talking about? Okay, I think it's just the linter being weird. Just checks that the pointers are the same, which I mean, yeah, that's fine. I think later I will do more of like an ID system, because this is very fragile as it is. Interesting errors going on. What is this? Okay, so I want to dereference this. There we go. And then we can, which is very dangerous. But we're doing it anyways. Get component identifier. What's going on here? Has component get. Wait, what? Where are we? In the internal registry? What's going on? Wait, what? The transfer component? Wait, what? Hold on. Get component identifier, no matching. Registry internal associated constraints are not satisfied. Organo transfer evaluated to false. The concept copyable evaluated to false. Use of undefined type Cargano transform component. C declaration of must point to left of copy 2 must point to class drug union generic. Why am I getting this error now? Add component being compiled. What? Why am I getting this error now? I don't get that. Okay, let's go to the components, go to the transform. Okay. Wait, I feel like there's something else going on here. Has component. Component identifier. We're not satisfied. Why are they not satisfied? Wait, let me rebuild. Let me rebuild this. I mean, I know I'm gonna get the same error. This seems like a pretty consistent error, but just rebuild it anyways. Because what is that? Does not satisfy concept copy 2. Didn't I already address all that? Maybe it's because there was some code that wasn't necessarily being called. And then because of the changes I made, now it is being called. I don't know. Let's see. Be right back. I'll check my stuff. Okay, I am back. Oh, got the same errors, didn't I? Yep. So what was wrong with it again? Like, why? Let me read these a bit more closely. Use undefined type Cardano transform components. Rendering shader.hc declaration of truth. Must point to class type. Is that add component must be compiled. False, yeah. Is D component, transform component. Host export object must be initialized. SD construct that no matching overloaded function found. No matching overload function found, huh? Is it because where's SD construct at? That's a good question. Where's SD construct? I doubt that's the issue, but you never know. std construct at. It is defined in memory. Try it again. What else? Transform component is not fully defined. No, they didn't do anything. Left of copy 2 must copyable evaluated to false. Use of undefined type. Transform component. Registry internal. Registry internal. Wait. Registry internal. Is it because when I try and run add component, we don't know what these are? That could be the issue, yeah. Wait, hash include modules slash core slash components transform. What a confusing error message though. I'm waiting for the error. Was that really it? Was it just because I didn't have it included and then it gave me a whole, like, the concept failed? That's crazy. Oh yeah, it really was that, huh? I mean, it did say undefined type used in this context, so I guess, to be fair, it did give me the correct information. I just had to dig for it a little bit in that error message. Yeah, I'm pretty sure the engine is fine. I think the editor is the one that I might have to mess with some stuff. Yeah, that's what I figured. Create entity. So it's not that, it's... Ooh, okay. Let's get ECS registry. Reference registry. There we go. And then we'll say registry dots. There we go. Yeah, same thing, we're just checking if these are the same value. It's an easy fix. Just do active scene entity registry not equal to get no. Get registry reference and then dereference it, which is very messy, but that whole event thing is messy to begin with. Yeah. Oh, hey, there we go. Nice. That compiled, really? So I guess I learned something new about C++. I didn't know that if you're just returning a type, as long as you're not using any of the functions, if you're just returning the data type itself, then you can just do that. Even if the full definition isn't within scope. I didn't know that was a thing. Learn something new every day, I guess. Yeah, what I'm referring to is like this, right? Yeah, since we only have a forward declare here. But apparently it works. I thought it had to be a pointer or something. But I guess not. So since that's good, I can just continue working on the scene as per usual. Nice. Duplicate entity, let's see. Yeah, it's pretty easy. Let's copy that over. Let's delete this. Okay, and then create entity. Okay, easy. Yeah, entity creations. That falls into this category. Okay, what else? Destroy entity and destroy all entities. I think this one, I'll probably rename it to like clear entities, right? Which is going to be a lot simpler than this. So yeah, we'll steal these. Okay, nice. Yeah, I hit our roadblock earlier, but now we are moving. Hell yeah. We are moving. This one is this. Destruction, whatever. Good enough. I'm just gonna call this clear entities. These aren't defined, so we'll go ahead and define them. This doesn't want to. The linter is getting confused, so sure. Oh, that's why the lint. Okay, yeah. The linter was freaking out. It's like, where do I put this? Oh, we're good. Let's put it right here. So clear entities, we'll get that. This is registry. This is, I think, what they're referring to. I mean, that's fair enough, but no, we're still going to do some operations. And I think registry, we're just going to clear. And what this does is it just goes through the registry, clears all the entities, and clears all the component. Okay, yeah, very, very simple. We don't need to do any of this. Let's do entity map dot clear. There we go. As simple as that. Turn to this pointer. Okay. The aliasing should be fine. Entity map erase. Erase that one from the map. It's fair. We generate the pre-event, which I think I literally name it pre. Oh no, I don't. Okay, never mind. I guess that's in the asset context. They have a pre-event and post-event, or pre-delete, post-delete. That's what I mean. Registry.has entity. Yeah, I'm not gonna mess with it. Whatever. We'll come back to it. Okay, this we're going to handle separately, so I'm going to leave it alone for now. So it's literally just this now. Find entity by name. Get entity by... I guess I could rename that to get entity by name, get entity by UID, get entity by... Okay, not ent ID, I'll say... maybe ECS ID? Or maybe that's what I'll call it. Check entity exists. Are these the same thing? These are the exact same thing. What am I doing? This is the exact same thing. Why do I have two of the same thing? Wait. Okay, I don't know. Whatever. Let's just copy this over. These ones are templated. I don't know what the hell's going on here. We'll come back to it. Yeah, entity lookup. And then we'll do, let's just choose one. Let's do, is entity valid? It's good enough. We'll put it in the implementation, because why not? Don't put it in scene. What are you doing? What are you doing? Alright, let's see. Okay, so this is no longer a thing because that's a duplicate. And I'm gonna do get entity by name since we're trying to be consistent. By name. Entity by UUID, get entity by ECS ID. Say that. There we go. Not in scene. Stop trying to put things in the scene. We're in the registry, right? Yeah, let's go there. Okay, we're just gonna steal all these. I think this uses a bunch. Yeah, this uses those. So these are fine. We'll figure it out. Tutorial entities, yeah, it's all good. So let's go back over to not the scene, the registry. I think it's almost been 3 hours, huh? The stream. Yeah, I should probably get some sleep soon, huh? But I'm gonna try and finish this before I hop off today. Especially since I spent like an hour just staring at the code, not knowing what was going on. It's a bit unfortunate. Let's see. Let's try to get this done at least. We'll do scene colon registry colon. Okay, we'll fix that. Another little gripe. I'd say easy fix m entity registry dots. We'll just replace that with nothing. Another thing is ECS entity. We'll just replace that with entity since that's the namespace we're in. Okay, let's see what else. Get entity by name. That's what we want. And then we're gonna, oh yeah, so if we do, what else? Find reference underscore entity registry. This is just gonna be this pointer now. What else? By ECS ID. Yeah, there we go. I think it's is entity valid? Yeah. Is entity valid? Yeah, we can get rid of this. Do that. Okay, there we go. So entity lookup, just get some information about it. Easy enough, easy enough. All right, let's see what else. The viewport I'm gonna leave alone. That's like a whole other thing. I don't. Yeah, we're good. It's unrelated. Let's fix some compiler errors. Best viewers here. Remove the space. Sokka, no, don't join the bots. Don't join the bots. What is it? The Seri bot's gonna get you, man. It's gonna mistake you. Have you been watching other streamers? Zaka, are the bots getting worse nowadays? Let's see, get entity by UUID. Oh wait, we're just gonna do entity registry. Oh, they're getting better at it. Oh, view bots. Oh yeah, the I think I heard about that. A bunch of the streamers' number counts are going like way down. So people were actually buying those. I mean, I guess if someone's gonna buy it, that's probably why they were. What is it? Spamming everyone with those messages all the time. Let's see. No, we want active scene registry. I don't like this name. Registry.destroy, and it's clear entities. There we go. I mean, I guess the extra viewers makes the stream seem more important than it actually is. So that might give them something, I guess. I don't know. Get all entities with. I don't know. I feel like I'd be mad uncomfortable if like my stream got like stream botted or whatever, and I had like 1,000 viewers, and then like I'm like, wait, so do I have one viewer or do I have 1,000? I'm so confused. Like you have 1,000 viewers and everyone's just silent. Oh, some people buy 500,000 viewers. Yeah, because it kind of gives them that energy, like, oh, this guy's doing something. He's got something going on. Oh, in the category, right? It pops up on the top of it. Yeah. That's fair enough. That's fair enough. I see I see what they're doing. I see. No, it's okay though. I'd rather have. I don't know if I could deal with the pressure right now of having like a whole bunch of people. I'm kind of chilling. Maybe if I was further along with my projects, I'd feel less insecure. Get entity handled by name. What the hell does that mean? Oh no. Oh no, what is this for loop? What is this for loop, man? Also, why are we looping through the entire entity map? Can't we just... and checking if it has a tag component. Oh, I hate this so much. And then we warned that we could not find the entity by name. Yeah, I hate this so much. Okay, we're gonna transfer it over because we need it, but wait, didn't I have like a get entity by name function that I moved over? Oh, but by the way, like Saka, earlier I finished since you popped in. Sorry, I got kind of distracted with my stuff. I integrated the ECS into the engine, so right now I'm just doing some cleanup stuff, trying to basically remove a lot of the references to ECS stuff that's directly in the scene and kind of like move it back into the registry itself. So just cleanup time. It's about all I'm doing. Might have to sleep soon too. I want to finish this though. I really want to finish this. I think find by name promotes bad code. Users should get its ID, and that's it. Not search needed. Yeah, no. I agree. I agree. That was some messy code that I tossed in. When did I think that I added that code a long time ago. You know what, I'm gonna blame Cherno. I'm gonna blame Cherno because I think he wrote that code. some of the code in the engine is Cherno code, so I don't know. It was probably me. I don't remember. Yeah. Oh, I got you. Find by name. Wait, where is my... Hold on. So... Wait, this is the exact same thing. Bruh. Also, wait, why is this spaced out? I could just do it like this. Well, the other one, I guess, is looking for a... What is it? I have a bunch of duplicate functions. This thing needed some cleaning up, definitely. What? Find entity handle? Wait, what do I mean asset handle? What? Wait, I call it an asset. Man, this is so scuffed. I swear to God. Okay, UUID. There we go. Please. This is why I'm cleaning this up. This was my dumping ground for just random garbage. This whole section right here is not going to end up here anyways. I'm leaving it alone right now because I don't have a good spot for it, but I already know what I'm going to do with it later. So I'm going to leave it alone. So yeah, I want to get this one, this physics spec stuff. And then some of this, like, get the selected primary camera and then hovered or whatever. This is going to go into like an editor specific thing. Or, I don't know. Where's that diagram I had? Yeah, like we have the scene. The scene has the component pool or the registry or whatever. It definitely will have one. But the other stuff, like The physics is optional, the AI context is optional, the particle, I don't know what I was doing with this, but the particles are optional. So I'm gonna set that up in a way where it's yeah, it's optional. So the first step of that is to corral it into like its own little section. And then we will deal with it. And I think this is gonna go in its own section too. The whole like, because a lot of this is just like editor only stuff. But it is relevant per the scene, so. Brain. We're leaving this alone. I don't know why this is in here, so I would say probably is an event. What? Yeah, my thing is like messing up for some reason. I'm just gonna say events for now. Yeah, I'll come back to this. I don't know, I just didn't want it to be randomly in there. Get all entities with. Yeah, we're definitely moving this. Definitely moving this. Create scene copy. That belongs in the scene. Yeah, this belongs in the scene. This is fine. Maybe give it its own section. AI. Script. I mean, yeah. Like, no. Create scene. I guess that's a category. I don't know. Whatever. I don't want to put too much thought into that. Find entity handled by name. What does the other one do again? Registry. Get entity by name. I suppose that's fair. UUID gets it is so bad. Yeah, I mean, I'm just adding it back right now because I just wanted to compile, but I agree, Zaka. I'm probably gonna remove this. Let's put this down here. Okay, and then what was the original function again? So something by name. Yeah. And then we'll get this one, and I think I'll be done after this. With the whole whatever I was doing. Don't love that being in the constructor. I will come back to it. It's probably it's getting mad at me because of no discard. Let's get this one. we want this. Let's see, so it's... Okay, well the first thing this is we're not looping through the map. Get UUID by name. Where's the other one? I think it's this one. Get flat view with... Yeah, with the tag component. And... Oh wait, are we just searching the... No, yeah, just look through the view, yeah. And we'll get the entity ID. I think it's ECS internal entity ID. And then we will create it, ID. If entity has tag, no, there's no checking this. We already should know. Probably put an assert here if that fails, but you know. Tag components is this. I just like doing this because I'm a freak who likes this. Tag components string view is this. Return the oh yeah, so we want the UUID from it. Well, I think at the moment I'm just assuming that everything has an ID component and a tag component, so we'll just do this component ID components dot MID. Otherwise, yeah, we just return an empty handle. Okay, there we go. Now we're not walking a map, we're just running through a view. It's a bit better. I mean, this is still bad, but whatever. I guess I could get rid of the auto. Yeah, I'm gonna leave it alone, because it could be a flat or a packed view, depending. Let's see. Oh, Zach, I don't know if you're still here, but if you are, you doing alright? How's the past few weeks has it been since I've seen you on the stream? I can't remember. But yeah, how's the past few weeks been? The viewports, I think I want to do... I don't know. Do this. Okay, we're gonna get rid of this one too. I think we'll just call it get component view, I think. Just forward it, I guess. I just don't want any ECS specific code in this scene. Just seems like a not correct. Okay. It's a pretty easy function. I could probably put some restrictions on this too, but yeah, I can't be bothered, honestly. Okay. Alright, let's deal with all the compiler errors and then I'll probably call it a day after this. Let me take some melatonin too, so I start getting tired. Good. Ready for work later. Oh, hey, there's the bot. Yeah, I really wish it wouldn't show up on my stream feed though. Because when I ban you... Wait, did it ban? But maybe it didn't ban, I don't know. Let's ban... School Paul. I don't know. I thought, what's her name? Saribot would catch that. Wait, if I have the active scene pointer here, why am I don't even know. Scene. Get you. Do you use glibw or Win API? Oh no, just glibw. Just glibw over here. Hit entity. Yeah, wait, which one do you use, Zaga? Win API is intense, man. That's what you're doing. Entity registry. Entity registry. glibw, but I want to just copy and rewrite their code. I'll see how bad it is. I got you. I mean, yeah, you could just fork it or just mess with the code yourself. I haven't had a particular reason to, but I might because of like stylus stuff. Like I don't know. I kind of wanted to use make an editor for like pixel art, and I wanted to use a stylus, and it's kind of tough with glibw. There's no support really for that, or the support that is there is kind of minimal. So I know Cherno, I think he modifies glibw for like the top of the window to make it look more like specific to his editor, but I kind of don't care about that, not gonna lie. Kind of one of those like take it or leave it things for me. Let's see. Is this literally what? Is it all the same one? Okay, yeah, so if it is M scene, M active scene, but I think it's just active scene. M for the errors, get entity by UUID. Well, at least for the most part, I'm doing the UUID thing. That's good. It's the same thing, but entity registry. Yeah, right now I just want it to compile. I don't care if it looks a little nasty. All right, there we go. Yeah, was there a reason why you were you wanted to mess with the GLFW code? Entity registry dot get view. Okay, there we go. I'm using my own compiler language, so dealing with their build system, trying to match STD is very annoying. Pre-built releases never work. Oh, okay. Trying to match STD. Oh, the runtime libraries. Okay, I got you. Oh wait, I'm getting a call. Be right back. BRB. All right. Yeah, I think I gotta end the stream. I'm gonna sleep soon, and I gotta check on my girlfriend, make sure she's okay. But yeah, I'm gonna start doing these streams weekly, at this exact same time. But other than that, I might stream randomly. We'll see. I hope everything goes well with that. Whatchamacallit, with your language and dealing with GLW and the Win API, whichever one, or however you want to do that, Sokka. I don't know if anyone else is watching, but thanks for like chilling and vibing if you're still here. And yeah, I'm gonna post this stream on to YouTube. So I'll edit it and whatnot. I don't know if I'll finish it up today. But yeah, I'll get it set up. So yeah, I think that's all I wanted to say. Again, thanks for like stopping by. Hopefully I'll have more stuff next week. We'll see. And yeah, all right. Later.